Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. Top 10 books every man should read. So make sure to watch the full video. Most individuals today don't associate reading books with the gender gap while discussing it's true, though. More women than males read for pleasure, according to several research publishers, tend to undervalue how diverse men's reading tastes are. Legal thrillers aren't the only ones with action and adventure in reality. A lot of thought-provoking books have been written to help men better understand the world, their place in it, and how to transform themselves into the people and things they want to be. 20 Carlin Barton's The Fire in the Bones, Roman Honor. The chapter on honor in Barton's book, Roman Honor, provides a fascinating, in-depth examination of ancient Rome's culture and way of life. She considers honor as a communal survival ability and considers how honor can be lost or given away. This is a fantastic book for any man interested in learning more about the Roman Empire and understanding the significance and strength of honor. It is a mix of social commentary, psychology, and historical overview. 19 Jack Kerouac's The Dharma Bums. Kerouac is most known for his masterwork, On the Road, yet, The Dharma Bums continues to be a book that many people find influential. The plot centers on a search for the truth in life that takes various turns via towns and mountains while traveling and attending jazz clubs. The 1960s hippie counterculture is said to have been greatly influenced by this book. Look deeper to discover what you can uncover. 18 Isaacson's Steve Jobs. For the Steve Jobs book, the author conducted more than 40 interviews with Jobs himself before speaking with members of his family, close friends, and business partners. You'll feel like getting up earlier tomorrow morning as a result of Steve Jobs' remarkable accomplishments and fierce personality, which shines through the book. Your eyes will be opened to the unbridled genius's world by this book. 17 Krakauer's Into the Wild. Into the Wild, which is based on a true story about a man who wished to leave his affluent family behind and face the elements in nature, transports readers from the city right into the wild. The main character winds up in the middle of Alaska without much preparation or money. This book is worth reading and has been firmly placed on the shelf with other great American classics because of the insights learned along the route. 16 George Orwell's novel 1984. 1984, the original dystopian book, is George Orwell's warning to society about the dangers of autocrats and unchecked authorities. Becoming a rebel in Orwell's universe is the only respectable option to escape society's oppressive rules. The applicability of this story to contemporary reality continues to startle readers. It is both a terrifying journey and a sobering examination of the dangers of naive faith. 15 Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. The dystopian future of Brave New World is similar to that of 1984, when soulless citizens blindly obey their masters. The book addresses themes of love, drugs, and class and is a biting reflection on how eager we are to sacrifice our originality in order to follow an unjust order. 14 Zins: A People's History of the United States. This groundbreaking book takes a different perspective on history than that of the wealthy and powerful by looking at it through the eyes of workers, women, and minorities. A People's History of the United States is still important now, just as it was when it was first released in 1980. Because of the current conflicts around income equality, the minimum wage, workplace safety, voting rights, and the right to good health. 13 Homer's The Iliad and the Odyssey. If you haven't read The Iliad, the Odyssey since high school, now is the time to do so with an adult perspective in order to fully understand the depth and scope of these tales. One of the first historical classics, it discusses how man tries to find his own courage and greatness. The hardships that the male characters go through are still present-day struggles for men. 11 William Golding's The Lord of the Flies. This fascinating book offers a terrifying glimpse into human nature and what happens when social constraints are lifted. Modern guys want to let go while simultaneously trying to manage their emotional reactions. A thrilling and masterfully written book, The Lord of the Flies, moves quickly. 10 Rand's Atlas Shrugged. Atlas Shrugged is essentially an epic book about genius set in a dystopian future America. Rand argues for the integrity of the individual's valiant pursuit of greatness and achievement. This book served as the foundation for libertarianism, and because readers want to interpret it their own way, it is still debatable today. Read it for yourself before accepting anyone else's word for it. 9. Alexander Dumas' The Count of Monte Cristo. Today's men must constantly deal with betrayal and the need for retribution. A wrongfully imprisoned man sets out in The Comte of Monte Cristo to reclaim his social standing, win back his true love, and vanquish his foes. The novel is a timeless epic that probes the nature of man and his motivations. 8. Khaled Hosseini's The Kite Runner. The Kite Runner is a new narrative told from the perspective of a young child growing up in war-torn Afghanistan. It is less about politics and more about universal themes that all men can identify with. Although the story is mostly about a betrayal, it also shows the strength of sacrifice and redemption. 7. Ta-Nehisi Coates' Between the World and Me. Nonetheless, Coates has managed to develop ideas that have never been articulated before. Many works investigate familiar ground in search of fresh discoveries. In Between the World and Me, the United States, its past, and current problems are discussed according to Coates. Race is a made-up concept that we employ to brutally oppress others. You'll remember this book for a very long time because it was written for thinking men. 6. Sun Tzu's The Art of War. The book, The Art of War, written in the 16th century, is still considered to be the definitive work on the subject. These old sayings will be useful to you as you look for ways to prosper and stay safe in today's world. The lessons about predicting and handling worst-case circumstances are applicable to all situations, and the pursuit of success is a persistent motif that is not going to fade anytime soon. 5. Plutarch's Lives. Plutarch, an ancient Greek biographer, researched the lives of famous men to learn about their virtues and flaws as well as what characteristics contributed to their success and failure. Go in the deep end and keep reading since Lives is a sizable collection of biographies. Somewhere in these pages, you will discover yourself. 4. Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. High school students who are ill-equipped to comprehend the famous American book, To Kill a Mockingbird, frequently receive assignments from it. If you read it as a man instead of a youngster, you'll be impressed by the straightforward but compelling plot and moved by Atticus, an Alabama lawyer who successfully defended a black man who was accused of rape through the millennia. People's perspectives on what is reasonable and right will endure. Start your reading goals for the new year off by using this list as a starting point. Each individual will need to determine his own course, but getting started is the most important thing. 3. The Call of the Wild, written by Jack London. A story about wildness and tameness, two qualities that modern men both desire and reject, is explored in this historical novel set during the Gold Rush. The Call of the Wild's odd protagonist is a dog who splits his time between the outdoors and the world of humans. The story and the untamed surroundings take you to a time when the struggle to survive the harsh natural forces of the Yukon was second only to the struggle for gold. 2. Niccolò Machiavelli's The Prince. The timeless message of this book, which was first published in the 1500s, still motivates and horrifies readers today. In The Prince, which is about how to gain and maintain power, unethical and immoral methods are openly advocated. Any man driven to pursue power would do well to realize the brutality of the pursuit. This guidebook provides a straightforward analysis of the price of reaching the top. 1. F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. Most people have heard of The Great Gatsby, a classic book. Both the writing and the characters will stick with you. You'll learn lessons about what it means to be a guy, what it's like to be overly liberated, what happens when you dwell in the past, and why everything that glitters may not be worth pursuing. So, that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Use the comments section below to tell us what you think about the video. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to be notified of all the latest videos.